All right, welcome back to another video. Today is leg day, and this is an exciting one because there's some new bits in the session, two new movements, one being the Cybex hack squat, which I'm really excited to progress, chase down some big numbers and see how my legs change just from having something like this in on a regular basis. So like I said, an exciting session. As always, I bring you along for every set. I give you my thoughts behind different things, and let's see how we get on. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident, so it should be a big, fun, productive session. So yeah, we'll crack on, get into it, and see what we can do today. Okay, so on to the adductor now. This is, as I've said in previous sessions or previous videos, this is like the first main movement of the session, or the first movement I really class as a set in this session. So adductor, just one set. That's all I really need. My adductors just don't recover if I do any more than that. So I've got 20 kilos pinned to the stack. We'll see if I can do better than I did last time. Last time I embarrassed myself and dropped like 3 reps when I went up. So this is the same weight that I got then. I've added reps to that set that I previously filmed. So today I should just be able to clean up those reps, make them a little bit better, and hopefully add a rep as well. So we'll warmed up and we'll get into the first set. Okay, so there is the set done. That was, I believe, a rep up. I'll need to watch it back. But yeah, as you can see as well, I kind of self-spot or self-assist, which I think on something like this is absolutely fine. But something that I often tell clients is just don't take the piss with it. Don't end up doing like 4 or 5 self-spotted or self-assisted reps. Just doesn't make sense. So I'll always take like 1.5, 2, depending on how it kind of feels. And then usually that next session, I'll make that back up and kind of, it'll be 1 assisted and I'll be a +1 and until I get those assisted, and then I'll just repeat the process. So yeah, that was a pretty decent set. Actually, I might put this in, I don't know. I started the first rep and I thought I snapped the cable, but I think the pin just wasn't in properly or something because this is broke and someone had tried to balance it on. So yeah, anyway, I sorted that, then went in for my set and it was all right. But yeah, we'll see if we put that bit in. Okay, so on to the ham tractor now. I think in the last video, I mentioned I was running this in both sessions. However, the gym has recently got a flex prone or like lie-in ham curl now. So I have the option to essentially run the prone curl as well. So I'm doing that mainly because even though I really like this and it feels great, variety is good and it kind of means I'll have a little bit more runway for progression. So some of the questions I often get are like, should I do the same movement in both sessions, or, should I try to swap it, those type of things. And if you have the option to have different movements in like, let's say an upper A or a legs A, legs B, I do recommend it, simply from the perspective of your ability to have consistent progress, or at least long-term progress. Because if you think about it, if you're running a movement every single week, then you're probably going to end up running into a spot where you stall a little bit quicker. Whereas if you're hitting that, let's say every other week, because you're having A and B rotations, you're probably going to give yourself a little bit more runway for progression. So that's why I'm doing that. But unfortunately, you're seeing me back on here. So this has been progressing quite nicely. It feels really, really good still. Like, honestly, feels incredible. My hamstrings feel like if you put a pin in them, they would pop, which is a weird feeling for the hamstring. But yeah, it feels absolutely incredible. So a few more warm-up sets, and then we'll get into the working set. Oh. Whoa. 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 The thing that I don't think I've mentioned on here before, and lots of people will probably already do this, but if you don't, then invest in a seatbelt. You can get them from like Gym Pin. They're honestly one of the best things you can probably invest in for your leg training, in terms of keeping yourself more locked in on a ham curl, on a leg extension. Some people use them on leg press. I've even seen people using them on a fucking hack squat these days. But yeah, I'm leg press, leg curl, leg extension is where I use them. And, people will roll their eyes at it, and people will be like, oh, it's just overthinking it, or you're going over the top. But let them think that. It doesn't matter. Because if I can create more stability and then produce more force and be stronger and do that week after week after week, simply because of something small like this, my hamstrings are going to grow, my quads are going to grow. And I don't give a shit what people think. If someone thinks I'm overcomplicating it, if someone thinks you're overcomplicating it, fuck them. Doesn't matter. Just do what's going to make you do better. And that's, for me, using something like this. Oh, okay. That was set 2 down. Same weight as set 1. So I'm pinning like 2.5 and then 1.25 on there. And it feels really good, to be honest with you. And I could probably go in with a 3rd set for it, but coming down a little bit. Last session I went down. Yeah, so I'll literally just do the stack for the last session. So I started out with this, running the stack for all 3 sets. Then when the first set gets too much, I add a little bit of load, and then so on and so on. So first set, I'm looking at like anywhere from 10 to 15, usually getting like 13, 14 reps. Then sets 2 and 3 programmed at 7 to 9. So I always like to do a higher rep set first, connect with the hamstrings, kind of get them pumped. Sounds a bit bro, I know. And then just run with either the same load or very close, and just let the reps naturally fall down. I think I mentioned this on kind of lateral work as well. It's something else I do it with. I do it with quite a few things, to be fair, and it works really, really well. It's not all about one all-out top set and then one all-out kind of higher rep set. You can let things fall naturally down just by keeping load the same, and it feels usually really, really good and also safe, because I know going into the heavier rep set, or the lower rep set, with the heavier weight, or even the same weight, that I'm already warm. I've already done a set that's very safe, and I can fully just get everything out of the hamstring that I need to. So last set on here now. Like I said, I'll take the gym pin out and do the stack and hopefully take a little bit of progress on that one as well. We are on to the hack squat now. The exciting part of the session starts. So 2 sets on here. Last week, I did it for the first ever time. So I kind of have a little bit of an idea as to what I'm going to do. Last week was the first time I did it in like 18 months and it went very well, to be fair. So last week was kind of like easing in, finding my feet. And today is taking the first kind of real set, let's call it. So this will probably be my maybe last but one warm-up. I might do 1-2 more warm-ups. We'll see how this moves. I have an idea of what I want in my head, but we'll just keep warming up and see what we go for. All right, final warm-up about to go down. This is where sleeves start to go on now. Again, more cheating, but yeah, I just like using them. Like I've said before, I'm not going to go on and on about it. So yeah, final warm up, 5 plates, see how this moves. And yeah, hopefully we'll get, well, not hopefully, we will get a really good fucking set today. I can feel it. So yeah, I'm excited. Hey. Oh, yes, light. Wow. 2. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yes, come on, Ed.
Yeah. Yes. Hey. How? Yes. Ah, there we go. 5 and a 15 ticked off on that. When this came in, I was speaking to one of the boys and I was like, I really want to get 6 plates in the next couple months. Fuck it, I want to get 7 now. It's like, that just feels like, yeah, like 6 is too close. The 5.5 last week, 5 and a 15 this week. 6 will be there before I know it, and then chase down 7 fucking plates. It's crazy to think about, but that'll be fucking cool if I can do that. So, second set now going in. Take off 15 kilos, go 5 plates. I think I got that for like 9 maybe last week. I'll check. But I was holding a couple in the tank. So if I can get minimum 9, that'll be great. And it's just seeing how long I can keep 2 sets in and progress 2 sets because it's fucking fun. I want to do it. And the more that I can do, or the more sets I can do on this, really, the quicker I will kind of nail down the skill. Because it's been, like I said, 1.5 years since I've actually done it. So yeah, I'm as you can tell, this excites me, this type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting seriously strong on here. Yo, light.
Easy. Come on.
Power one.
One. Okay, come on. Lovely.
Atlantis squat press. So this is another fairly new movement. I did it last week for the first time while I was just kind of finding my feet with this new kind of setup of the session. So I have a rough idea, but to be honest with you, I undershot the load quite a bit and I was just kind of feeling out how it was. So this is the first kind of real time I'll be using it. Load, I'm not massively sure, but I'll basically just load it up and then take a set for whatever I can. And then off that, I'll kind of know where I need to go in the coming weeks. But we'll warm up quite a bit. When doing a new movement, I always think it makes sense to do quite a few more warm-ups just to find where you need to be or as close to where you need to be as you can. But even then, like, you don't always get it right. So warm up a couple of sets, working set, just one here. So 2 on the hack, 1 on this leg press, and then leg extension, 1 or 2, depending on how my quads are feeling, but probably take 2 today because, like I said, this is kind of finding my feet with the session. So do a little bit more initially and then pull it back down if I need to. Eight as the final warm-up and it felt fine. So I'll see how this moves. It could be awful. It could be great. I'm going to go in thinking it's going to be great and then whatever happens, it'll be all right. So this is kind of setting the base for what I want to be doing on this / maybe I won't do this. You know, it's one of those where I'm just testing the waters today and seeing how I get on with it because this leg press is good, but there's definitely parts of it that just make it a bit of shit. So yeah, we'll see how this set goes. Find a song and we'll get into it. 2, 1. Oh, my bar.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Our stuff is now completed. I say that isolations are still just as hard. So far, it's been a very, very good session. When I have something that I really enjoy and I'm excited about, I put so much weight on that. And like, even though I encourage clients and you not to do that, you still do, even if you know it's not the right thing necessarily. But yeah, I put a lot of weight on the hack squat today and that went well. And ultimately, leg press also went well. So it's been a really good session so far. And I think if you do put a lot of weight on a movement in terms of like how much you actually care about it, like emotional attachment or expectations, whatever. I think you've got to also be able to manage that when it doesn't necessarily go right. So it's absolutely fine to be like me and get excited about a movement and want to put a lot of kind of like value on that movement. But equally, don't let one bad set ruin the entire session, because if the hack hadn't gone well today, I still would have tried my best in every other set, in every other exercise, and it still would have been a good session. But because the hack went well, it's been an even better session. So leg extensions now, somebody's just gone on it. That's why I'm chatting to you. So I'll wait for them to finish on there. And yeah, then we're almost done with the session. So even though there's not that much in it, still takes a long time. And, I'm not someone that times rest periods or worries about rushing through. Intensity isn't how quick you move through a session. It's the effort you put in. So if I need more rest, if I need longer sessions, luckily I'm in a position where I can do that. So that's exactly what I do. So I'll wait for the leg extension, and then we'll get on there. Okay, on to the leg extension. So I'm still using the Gym Leco. This one feels really good, smooth, perfect on my knees. The prime was just, it wasn't feeling too good, to be honest. So I'm still sticking with this, and I still got room to progress it. So there's no point in trying to use the other one just for the sake of it. So yeah, I got 2 sets on here. Like I said, both sets 8 to 12. I play around with rep ranges. Sometimes I like to do a little bit higher, sometimes a little bit lower. In this session, I do the 8 to 12. So I'll just kind of let it fall wherever it falls and just make sure that I actually use my quads and not just moving weight for the sake of it. So just like the leg curl, seatbelt's coming out now for the working set. You can also use straps on this as well, kind of pull yourself in, and probably use those if you don't have a seatbelt. But for me, seatbelt alone does all that I need, because the handles on here are probably the part of this machine that I don't love too much. But with the seatbelt, I don't even need to be pulling into the handle. So that is a wrap. Just finishing up with some abs now, cable crunch. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've taken some value from it, even if it's just a tiny little bit. And like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it as well. So if anybody, as always, has any questions, please do let me know. Please do leave a comment if you have anything nice to say. And of course, make sure you subscribe. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you in the next one.